The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. Day 7, No Heaven. Another reluctant, yet invariably revitalizing episode of recreational role-playing, undertaken to gear up for a night of administrative rigors that one's head, heart, mind and body, along with every other restless fibre of their spiritual presence, would rather be doing at least 10 times less. Such is life's vicious cycle. Pondered prodding all of the above into a rhetorical text message, but didn't want to dampen the unwavering resolve or healthy humour of Don Miguel's sure-footed stick mob, many of whom might well have been snowed under with similarly disenchanting desk-bound duties, and seeking active social relief between extended shifts in the swivel saddle. Reeled off 4 effective flat circuits of Watopia's sun-soaked coast, spent staring enviously at the fancy-themed kits, exotic frames, and aesthetically asymmetric wheel sets proudly exhibited by fellow avatars, that have either become lost in a Narnia of fashionable accolades at the back of my virtual wardrobe, or weren't amongst the drop shop's ever-broadening range of pixel-perfect carbon components the last time I took a cursory glance. Over the course of 2 warp-speed sunsets, I managed to spin dry several dozen medium-sized garden salads in the monitored true royal blue zone, with sub-zero bang to match the beats, and not one breathless sprint for survival required, throughout 70 consciously recuperative minutes, thanks to RPAC's consistent pace, intuitive team dynamics, and considerably more stable interaction between my Comfort Cave's array of conflicted wireless devices. Cooled down amidst our clan's momentous draft, which added at least 2 km per hour to my solo simulated average within Zwift's wild world of fictitiously frictionless physics, and a 30% speed boost over what reality's altogether more resistant realm would have yielded under neutral conditions for a similar effort. During one free-wheeled coffee break, required to dash outside and rescue several priceless personal possessions from a localized deluge, not one angry toot did I hear from any late-departing London motorists, engaged in one final pride-fueled territorial dispute with Sussex's battle-hardened coastal-dwelling natives, before embarking on their journey back to our country's bustling capital over acres of war-torn tarmac to endure the mundanities of modern urbanity for another toilsome week. Far more pleasing to my mortal ears was the crescendoing hiss of deep-treaded rubber, carving wakes through puddles larger than King Kong's paddling pool, in percussive accord with the delicate drumming of raindrops upon steeply pitched rooftops, down weather-beaten window panes, and into water butts lucky enough to reside under drain pipes whose gutters didn't leak like the Victoria Falls. This sublime fantasia of pink frequencies, for which any animated mind can paint the vivid picture, was occasionally smothered beneath resonant swells of thunder, each discharging many thousand times more watts in a single second than I'd have pedalled back into a portable DC power station's rechargeable battery throughout the course of this slack-legged session. Would you care to clarify that vague calculation? According to our climate prophet's ever-capricious postulations, the average lightning bolt conducts approximately 1.4 gigawatts of heaven-sent electricity from Thor's mighty hammer to the trembling branches of one ill-fated oak tree. Dividing this figure by the number of seconds in an Earth hour gives us a rounded 390 megawatts, the amount of power that could be sustained were this strike somehow to be harnessed and evenly distributed over the referenced period. My paltry average within the same duration totalled 135 watts, to which we add a 16.6% bonus that accounts for the extra 10 minutes of ride time. Nonetheless, on nature's infinitely grand scale, universal storm energy still leads by precisely 248,307% to the nearest black hole. From a more optimistic perspective, Had my stationary steed's formidable 50-pound flywheel somehow been tethered to a flawlessly efficient dynamo-driven electric fire, this would have still been sufficient to generate the evaporative heat necessary to partially air launder Mum's favourite beach cushion. For further pointlessly trivial context, this hypothetical showcase of practical eco-consciousness would have taken triple the time than did my Miele WT1 to tumble through the same simple domestic task with a concentrated blast of warm wind, applied at bidirectional cadences of 45 RPM. Pray, let that be enough stats for those jargon junkies to chew on.